So, lads, tomorrow is a big day for the WNBA, and I do think that it's going to change an awful lot. And it is going to change pretty much the future of a franchise. Because there is a player in this draft that's so good. That is so good. And it is obviously Paige Bueckers. This is the Paige Bueckers lottery. And look, there are good players in college basketball. Heck, if you're asking me who's probably favorite at this point, well, not favorite. If there was like a ladder for National Player of the Year, it would go to Destiny Adams right now. Juju's been great too. But at the same time, I'm sorry. Paige is the only young guard, that you could argue is better than Caitlin Clark, and I wouldn't say you're just doing it out of bad faith. Like, obviously, there were people out of bad faith arguing not Juju Watkins, that were arguing that Raven Johnson's better than Caitlin Clark. Because, Raven Johnson won a national championship, and not the fact that, like, Raven Johnson's the only reason they didn't win one the year before. Either way, it's not really the point. But there are 4 teams in the lottery, or 3 teams in the lottery. If the Chicago Sky win the lottery, the point pick goes to the Dallas Wings. As far as the percentages go, I think the Dallas Wings have like 45.2% chance. The LA Sparks like a 44.8%. It's basically equal. And the Mystics have a 10% chance. So, if you go to there is the Tankathon website, which basically will show you guys what the odds are for this. And I'll do some simulations anyway. So you can see here, they have a 44.2% chance, and then they have a 45.4% chance, and then 10.4% chance. So it's like it's barely difference anyway between these two teams, for the number 1 overall pick. So you guys can see it right there. But anyway, we're going to, look, I'm just going to sim this 5 times to show you guys. First one, Washington wins with only a 10% chance. Second one, LA wins. Third one, Dallas wins because of the pick goes Chicago. Fourth one, Dallas wins again. Fifth one, LA wins. So we had 2 wins for LA. We had exactly what was basically expected. Maybe not exactly because I didn't do 10. But 2 for Dallas, 2 for Chicago, 1 for Washington. Not exactly to the odds, but yeah. That is what we had. And I've seen a lot of really weird things. Like the amount of people that should know better that have Chicago in the lottery in the chance for Paige Bueckers makes no sense. Like we have the greatest page in history, the Trendy Hoop Stars page. This is the greatest basketball page in history. And if you wonder why, it's like there are sometimes I've never seen any scenario where there has been a person running a page that's been so petty in my life. And it's a level of pettiness that is impressive. This is one of the posts that they made. Somebody said the guard battles between Juju, Paige, and Caitlin Clark in the league will save families. Response: Juju and Paige are incredibly talented. It'd be exciting to see them join the league alongside veterans like Enrique, Kennedy Gardner, Kelsey Mitchell, and Sabrina. Love it. Either way, for some reason they're who will take home the number 1 overall pick? And the Sky are there. First of all, why is Dana Evans there? But the Sky literally can't. They literally can't get the first pick. That is obvious. And all the responses, it's so funny reading the responses. They're anywhere but Washington. Anywhere but Washington. Washington are the only team that can get the number 1 overall pick that have won a ring. The Washington Mystics could be really good next year. And I mean that. I'm shocked they fired Eric Tebow and Mike Tebow, because the only reason that they fired the 2 of them was because they refused to tank. If you get Paige Bueckers, that doesn't help things. You're not going to be tanking. But it's really important for these 3 franchises here. The reason why none of these 3 have coaches, but the Sky do. The Sky hired their coach because they know they can't get Paige. As good as, if the Sky get the 2nd pick in the draft, they can basically take whoever they want, because Paige is off the board. I don't know who they're going to take, because if I'm the Sky, I'd probably rather get 4th. I don't want to have the pressure of drafting Kiki Iriafen. I don't want to have that type of pressure because Kiki is not a fit at all. Like, he is, or she is a non-shooter who cannot play with Angel and Camilla. She just can't. That would be the worst decision ever. And then same with taking Anissa Morrow. That doesn't work either. Like, you don't want to have to take that. If you were the Sky, for me anyway, my first choice, because I think the Sky are going to try and get into Juju sweepstakes, I would take Aya Jasivka. 18 years old, is going to shoot the lights out, going to come right in, give you something. Maybe not come off the bench for Onion Ware for probably a rookie year, but in 3 years' time, she's still going to be the age of a college senior. She's 19. Sorry, she's 18 right now. So I think that would be a perfect pick for them. But if you are the Mystics, if you get Paige Bueckers, you go for it. You go for it immediately. Like, you, in your expansion draft, you protect Steph Dolson. You let Jade Melbourne walk to the Valkyries. You protect your best players. You protect Shakira Austin. You protect Steph Dolson. You protect Aaliyah Edwards. You protect Ariel Atkins. You protect Brittany Sykes. And then you probably protect Carly Samuelson, to be honest. If you're looking to win it right now, which you will be with Paige Bueckers, you're going to be looking to make it be competitive right now with her. If you were the Dallas Wings, whether or not you get Paige probably decides whether or not Satu stays. If Paige Bueckers is there, you've got Paige Bueckers, Arike, Satu, and whatever big you can bring in. So hopefully someone trade off Tiara McCowan or Kalani Browns, trade off one of the two giants. And yeah, like, they've still got JC Sheldon as well. Like, that is a lineup of JC Sheldon, who is way better playing the 3 than she is the point. JC Sheldon at the 3, Satu at the 4. I get it. They want to play her at the 3. No, she's better at the 4. Satu at the 4, Sheldon at the 3. At the 2, you've got Arike. At the 1, you've got Paige. And then, even though Paige isn't a point guard, 2 of them, you're going to have to play her at the 1. And then you've got, like, just somebody else at center that's a good playoff team. And then if you're the LA Sparks, you become the most exciting young core in the W alongside Indiana. There's Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark for Indiana and Lexi Hull at the minute. And there's Rakia Jackson, Cam Brink, and Paige Bueckers. No one probably at the height of a Caitlin Clark, but Paige Bueckers is probably better than Aaliyah Boston. But yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like, this draft is going to change, and it all really depends on who again you hire. If you are any of these 3 teams, if you don't get Paige, you are going to tear it down and tank for 2 years' time. That's what their goal is going to be. If you don't get Paige Bueckers, your goal is to tank for Juju. That is it. And if you don't get Juju, you can get Hidalgo or Fulwiley. Like, or let's not forget Zhang Jiu, the 7'5" girls in that draft class too, if she wants to go. She could potentially be in it. So, if you get Paige Bueckers, you're going to have to hire a serious coach. You're going to have to hire a serious coach. You're going to have to go for it, and you're going to have to try win. If you don't get Paige Bueckers, you are tanking. You hire a tank commander. I wouldn't be surprised to see Chrissy Sides go into one of these places as a tank commander, sign a development coach, something like that. Just a coach to keep things positive while you lose continually. But obviously, if you have Paige, you're not going to be tanking another year, just like the fever with Caitlin Clark. But anyway, that is the video. See you guys.